Hi guys, we're on the Euro GBP chart today. In this lesson, we're going to focus on time frames. Time frames are really important because you need to have a bird's eye view of the chart in order to get in on the trade. You need to know what's happening in the larger time frame so you don't get stopped out at any level. You also need to know what's happening in the smaller time frames so that you can enter on any correct trade. So let's take a look. We're on the weekly view at the moment. So I'm just going to look briefly. We can see here, this is where price is currently at. So if I was to draw my resistance line, I draw it roughly around that region. If I was to draw my support line, I draw it horizontally. So this tells me that it looks like there is a closed wedge forming here. So it looks almost like price is getting trapped within this region here. Now, when I say price is getting trapped, it does look like there's a resistance barrier. So that resistance barrier is where resistance has been met 3 times. So I usually call this a 3-stage test analysis. So we can see currently it was 1, 2, and our third retest zone would have been here. So we can see 1, 2, 3, boom. Meaning price is met at all these points here. So what we're looking for is, we're looking for a push to the downside, as we know that this retest zone has held. So we want downwards bearish movement here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it to the daily view, see if this holds true. Okay, so we're on the daily view of Euro GBP now. So we can see that the retest zone has held within this region here. It does look like price has tried to retest this zone here around the 0.90663 region, as well as here. Doesn't look like price has been able to do so. So what's happened is we've seen bearish momentum from the downside here. Now we have seen this momentum here where price has tried to come down, but it's not been able to. So that has held as invalid retested zones. So if we were to enter here, we would have likely got stopped out because we can see that there's been a spike in the market roughly around this region here. So what we want to do is we want to zoom in on this region here, stick down to the 4-hour chart and see what happened. Okay, so we're on the 4-hour chart. This gives a clearer view as to what went on within this region here. So remember, we drew this line here, and this means it's a line of uncertainty. So whenever I draw this line, it's an uncertainty line. So what happened with this region here, that price was clustered and it didn't manage to fall from this point here. So from the first drop, it didn't manage to fall. Let's take a look. Okay, so as we can see, in this region, we can call this a region of consolidation. So whenever price is unable to escape a region, what I say to myself is this is a region of consolidation, and I wouldn't enter in this trade at all until I was sure that this line here of support was broken. So let's take a look. If I get my support line, I draw it roughly around the 0.89558 region. You can see price hasn't managed to reach breaking that point and zone there until it's come to where it's currently at here. So even though price is still struggling here, we are likely to get a better chance of bearish momentum here than we did previously. Now we can put this down to, if we dip down, we can see the month of December. We can put this down to low liquidity within the market, as it's Christmas time, traders are going on vacation. Whatever the reason, price wasn't moving, so this is a huge market consolidation. But as the markets opened up for the new year, we can see what's happened is due to Brexit, uncertainty in Theresa May's decision, and uncertainty in voting for her, what's happened is price has decided to say, okay, well, I'm going to dip down because there's major sales going in this region here. So what we're looking for now is the next support zone. So what we have got effectively is a good trade setup where we can say, okay, we're going to enter in on that trade. So we're going to dip down to the 1 hour chart and have a look. Okay, so we're on the 1 hour chart. You can see a much clearer view of the charts. So I would only use the 1 hour chart for entry on a specific candle. So what I would do is, for instance, I would have seen not this current candle here, but I would have seen, let's have a look. I would have seen this region here, where there's a slight dip and a slight pullback, and I would have said, okay, yep, that's my entry zone. Getting on this trade, secure lot 50-60 pips out of this trade, and then maybe if I've stopped out roughly at possibly this support zone here, probably wait and get back in on the trade. The likelihood is, with the way the news is going, it doesn't look like there is going to be any positive or bullish momentum for the euro at the moment. So yeah, so New Year's been riding the bearish waves downwards. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick recap of everything that you would need to look at when it comes to time frames. So let's have a look. Okay, so briefly recapping, guys. So time frames. Okay, so as mentioned, we look at the weekly view. This gives us a bird's eye view of the chart. We then dip down to our daily view. This is where we want to start drawing our support and resistance lines, and this will allow us to see a general view of the chart, general view of the direction, direction of price. Once we've seen our daily view, we want to dip down to our 4 hour view. This will give us confirmation of direction. And finally, once we've done our 4 hour view, our next stage is our 1 hour view. So the 1 hour view is quick analysis or entry points. Okay, and once you have got each of these, what I would do is tick them off individually and make sure we're using this on every trading setup, because you could enter on, say, the 1 hour view, and you could enter a long position, which is a buy position, and you could stay in the trade. 4 hours later, that trade could go against you because you haven't looked at the wider time frame. So it's really important to stick to the rules of the game. I mean, slow success is the best success if you're going into the game with a huge account, and this is a different topic to be discussed on a different day. But briefly, if you are going into the charts on a big account with a huge amount to blow, that will get blown very quickly if you're using 1 hour charts and you're looking at you're waiting the charts out, and you're then looking at 4 hour analysis. So yeah, don't do that. Just a tip. Okay, so yeah, we're done with today's lesson. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you want more. Yeah, bye guys.